Welcome to this episode of the Tequila Hombre. I know normally we do Mezcal Monday on Mondays, but today we're doing something special. We're picking a single barrel for the Tequila Barrel and Agave Collective right here on the Tequila Hombre next. Welcome to this episode of Tequila Hombre, where today we're doing something special. It's something I don't think anybody's ever really done before on a YouTube channel or even social media or anything, right? I think I'm the pioneer of a lot of this stuff. So we're going to take you inside selecting a single barrel. And we're going to do this for the Tequila Barrel and Agave Collective, which is my group. So let's kind of break things down a little bit for those of you that aren't familiar with what we're doing here. Well, actually, first let me take care of some of our commenters. Brian, he says, hello, hombre, I hope all's well with you and my fellow friends. I think everyone is doing great. I know I am. So I hope everybody else is. All right, so what we're doing here is I run a group called the Tequila Barrel and Agave Collective. And right now you can become a member of it. It's real easy. You'll see the link in the description below for the Discord. The Discord, when you join the Discord, it's a community. It's like a forum, and we set up a community on there. And then when you join, you actually get the Tequila Barrel and Agave Collective membership included in it. And so it's $10 a month. And then on the Discord, I can actually relay all the information about everything in regards to the buys. And then there's also other channels where we talk about different tequilas, different agave spirits. People post their buys. People ask, do you like this? Do you like that? Suggestions and stuff like that. And so we do it all on the Discord, and it's a really nice community. So if it's something you're interested in joining, we'd love to have you join. So what we're going to do today is we're going to actually be selecting a single barrel. So for those of you that aren't familiar with the single barrel programs, what they basically are is brands will offer people, it's typically stores, the liquor stores, typically it's the liquor stores. They offer them a chance to buy their own exclusive barrel. So when they do that, their barrel, their batch that they're getting is exclusively theirs. And so with each barrel that you have, you normally get a unique flavor profile with it. So it's not the same as every other barrel. So you can taste them and pick which one you like the best and which one you want to be your barrel. And then you buy the whole entire barrel for your store, or in this case, for my group. So this will be exclusively for the Tequila Barrel and Agave Collective, this buy. And if we're not able to sell it out, it will go up on Ferment and Still for a higher price because there's, membership has its privileges. But chances of this one getting up onto Ferment and Still for public consumption is probably going to be slim. I think we're probably going to sell this out amongst the members because there's a high interest in it. All right, so let's talk about what barrel and stuff we're looking at today. So today we are doing a buy for the El Tesoro Mundial collection. So the Mundial collection is a program they put together where they're getting more different spirit barrels to age the tequila, El Tesoro tequila in, and they're from all over the world. So the current collection is with a Lafroig. And the Lafroig is a peaty Scotch. So they are aging in these old Scotch barrels. They're 10-year-old Scotch barrels. And what they basically do is they'll age it in a bourbon barrel for 9 months and finish it in a Scotch barrel for 4 months. And so I've tried a couple different of these so far, and some of them have been not so good, and a couple of them have been really good. So I'm anxious to see what we've gotten for this particular barrel and see what flavor profiles we got for a choice of, and then we'll pick which one we like the best, and that will be our buy for the Tequila Barrel and Agave Collective. So let me get some more comments here. Let's check in on everything here. Hey Tony, hola, happy Monday to you too, my friend. On the Rock says, I've learned a lot from you and have fun watching it. Great, well I'm glad you have learned a lot, and I'm glad you have fun watching, because that makes it, you will come back and watch more. So, Eduardo Cervantes says, hello, Tequila Hombre. Hey, Eduardo, how are you? Glad you guys can make it today. Glad you could join us for this single barrel selection. All right, so I'm going to take you guys down desktop to my desktop cam, and I'm going to show you what I got, what they sent me here to do this selection, okay? So it's going to be kind of cool. So here we go. All right. Whoops. There we go. Okay, so they sent me this kit here that says El Tesoro Tequila Single Barrel Mundial Collection. And inside this really cool case, they sent me this really nice setup. So we have our 2 barrels, sample barrels of juice. So, and then they gave us a notebook so you can put your tasting notes in it. So you can, write your tasting notes. Let me see if I can do this without damaging stuff. So it's a notebook for your notes. It's got a nice wallet too, so you can put all your wads of cash in it. It's nice, like faux leather. It's nice. It's nice. So it says El Tesoro Single Barrel Mundial Collection on it. And then they give you a couple of shot glasses, which I don't know why they give you shot glasses, but some ceramic shot glasses for it. Get this back in the box. Get back in the box. Get back in the box. Back in the box. Edwina, back in the box. Okay, there you go. All right, and then so our barrels that we have. Come on out. We got 1 barrel here. It has the barrel number on it. So this is A, and it's barrel 11-2303. It's 40% alcohol by volume. And we got barrel 16-2303. And it's 40% alcohol by volume. And then it gives you a little like welcome note here on the top of the box. Right here, which basically says, you're sampling two of only 25 barrels in the whole program. So there's only did 25 of these worldwide. And we only had a few here in the United States. So we're lucky enough to be able to select one for our group, which is really exciting. So this is really cool. I'll open it up a little more so you guys can see. So really cool looking box and stuff. And it's really nice wood hinged box. Really impressive. I like it. It's beautiful. The last box they did the same kind of box. It had a picture of Carlos up here selecting barrels, and it was really cool. All right, so there you go. You've seen the box. Now let's get into the interesting tasting part. Now, for those of you that aren't on the Discord and didn't see the announcement today, make sure that that you mark on your calendar that you want to make yourself available for this Friday at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, because I will have a special live stream for you guys where my special guest will be Carlos Camarena, and he's going to talk to us about the Mundial collection, and in particular Lafroig barrels like we're selecting here. And he's also going to talk about the 85th anniversary El Tesoro Extra Añejo. So, and the nice thing about those of you that are members of the YouTube channel that have joined, the members are the ones that are going to get to ask him questions too. And we like to keep it really focused on El Tesoro. But, you know, if you guys have a question about Ocho, that's fine as well. But his daughter is really taking over the operation of Ocho, and she is not going to be present for that because we're really focusing on El Tesoro, since we're doing the El Tesoro buy now, and we're doing the we're going to be jumping on the El Tesoro 85th anniversary edition when that comes out as well. So so let's not waste any more time. Let's get into the tasting of this. So we're going to put the A in one glass. So this is barrel 11 in one glass. You know what? I don't know how many ounces this is, but what I may do is send, well, we'll see. I may send samples of that to my Maestro members so they can taste it. So I'll send them each a sample and we'll do a tasting with them too. That'd be kind of cool. I have Maestro members. Maestro members on the Discord, they get to do private tastings with me. So I may send those guys a sample of each of these too, so they can try it before we get them in and see what they think. It's kind of fun to do those. All right, so this is a barrel, so barrel 11. And on the nose on this one, if you look at it in the glass first, it covers the glass nicely, just like El Tesoro always does. Nice. It's going to have a nice viscous mouthfeel to it. See the tears coming down. Looking at the tequila in the glass, it is crystal clear. It has a slight light hay color to it. And let's see what we get on the nose. Ooh. Now, if you guys aren't familiar with it, Laphroaig, they are a peaty, so it's typically smoky on the Scotch. This is one of the smokier Scotches, but I'm not picking up any peaty notes on this at all. But I get nice cooked agave. I'm getting hints of cherry in there. Definitely picking up some vanilla, some caramel, and it's got light fruit, like pear plumish kind of light fruit on the nose. And it smells sweet. It smells really good, but it doesn't smell like artificial sweet. It just has a nice sweet nose to it, and it's a little on the floral side. It's got a really nice nose to it. This is really really nice. I love this. It smells good. I can stick my nose in this for a long time, but let's not waste any more time. Let's try it and see what we get. It coats the mouth beautifully. Definitely getting that beautiful cinnamon, sweet cinnamon notes to come up from the front of the cooked agave. And then you get this really nice pear, sweet, light fruit notes that come through on it, followed by a nice vanilla, a little tad bit hint of caramel on it. And the finish on it's fantastic. It's kind of sitting with a light caramel note on the tongue. And it's very light, very effervescent, very it's not heavy at all. It's really enjoyable. I really like this one's nice. Yeah, you really get that solid cinnamon up in the front. You're getting a little bit of a dark chocolate note after the fruitiness too. It's got a little bit of a bitter dark chocolate note, but then it goes into that vanilla and the caramel, and a little bit of that bitter note kind of carries through with the chocolate and the vanilla, so it kind of balances things out. But it's really nice light. It's not super heavy. This is something you could definitely sip on for a while and not have it totally blow out your palate. I could definitely enjoy this with a nice stogie. That's tasty. I like that. I'm not picking up any peatiness to it. So for those of you that are like, oh, I like I like Lafroy because I love a good, I like the smokiness and stuff to it. I'm not getting any peaty, any smokiness to it. And I do know peaty notes because as a home brewer, I used to brew Scotch strong ales, and we used to use peated malt for that, for the Scotch beers, the Scottish beers, the Scottish wee ales, Scottish wee heavies, they used to be called, or Scottish ales. And we use peated malt for that. And so I know the peated flavor very well. And I'm not picking up any peaty notes on this first barrel at all, which is good. For me, I'm not a huge peated person. I do, love a good peated Scotch here and there every once in a while, but it's not something I'd want to drink every day. I'm not a super smoky person. That's one of the reasons why when I do the mezcal reviews and stuff, I really look for ones that aren't super smoky, and honestly, in a mezcal, when it's super smoky, it's a sign of production flaws, and you don't want to see that in a good mezcal. You want the agave to be hero in here. Definitely loads of cooked agave up front, and a nice fruity flavor profile that follows, and then you get that vanilla and caramel that come through on it, and a nice like dark chocolate note that kind of carries things through. I really like it. This is going to be a really good barrel. People would love that, I think. So let's see what we get. I rinsed my mouth, and I still have like this caramel note that's staying on there, which I love. I love that creamy caramelness that you get on it. So, all right. So let's check out. This is barrel 16, barrel B for us. So looking at it in the glass, it coats the glass beautifully. Excuse me. It's allergy season here in Southern California. Coats the glass beautifully, so it should have a nice viscous mouthfeel to it. Looking at it in the glass, it's crystal clear, has a nice light straw color to it. Looks great. Looks really good. Now this is a 10-year-old Lafroy barrel. So it's a 10-year-old Scotch. All right, so on the nose, I definitely pick up some cinnamon, sweet cinnamon. This one's more on a citrus as kind of citrus notes that come through after it. More along the lines of like a grapefruit, like a tart citrus. It's definitely a little more on the floral side than the other one. The other one was kind of on a fruity, but it had a light floralness to it. This is more on the floral side. Definitely picking up some caramel and vanilla on the nose. I'm not picking up any peatiness from this either, and no smoke. But it is more along the lines of citrus on this, and maybe a hint of pepper in there too. Picking up a little pepper. This is nice too. This one smells really good. All right, so let's see what we get on the flavor profile of this one. All right, this one comes through. It seems to have a little more viscous mouthfeel to it than the first one. We'll go back and try them again side by side. This one's kind of this one's different. I'm getting a little hint of the cinnamon, sweet cinnamon, but not as much as the first barrel. And then I'm getting, how would I describe that note? It's almost like a maple syrup note that comes through on it. And then you get a little hint of anise, like a black licorice that comes through. This one's got a little more heat to it on the tongue, so my tongue's a little hotter than the first one. And it almost has like a peanut butter, more of a buttery note to it. Almost like peanut, like it tastes like a nuttiness, a roasted nuts, like a peanut butter note on the finish, with a light hint of caramel on it. It's different. And then there's a salinity to this too, where it's getting more of a salted caramel note on the finish. It's interesting. It's good. It's really nutty. It's got an interesting nuttiness to it. Like peanut butter, almost like almond butter kind of note to it, which is kind of interesting. It's definitely more buttery than the first one was. But the first one, it really finished nicely with vanilla and caramel on the finish. Wow, I don't know. This is going to be kind of hard to select one. So based on what I've talked about in these two, let's take a vote. Let's see what you guys think. Based on my tasting notes, which one sounds more interesting and more in line with what you want? Does the Barrel A, the first one we did, or does Barrel B? I think, they're both really good. I think personally, I might be leaning more towards Barrel A because I really love the more cooked agave in it. But Barrel B, that nuttiness, that almost buttery nut flavor note that comes through is kind of intriguing. It's kind of interesting. So based on that, what sounds interesting to you guys? What do you think sounds like? You guys can comment and let me know now live. Which one would you be more inclined to wanting to try or have? The one that's more agave forward and fruity with caramel and vanilla on it, super easy to drink, or one that's a little different with a nuttiness that's almost like a peanut butter, almond butter note on the finish with a salted caramel kind of finish. So which one do you guys think? So far we have 3 votes for Barrel A. Okay, Barrel A. Barrel A. Okay. Barrel A from Brian, or Barrel B from Brian. Okay. So 1 vote for B. Jan says Barrel A. Okay. So it looks like the A's are leading the pack now. 1 for Barrel B. And none of them have any, I'm not picking up any peat from any of them, which I think is good because a lot of people seem to steer away from anything that they think might have a little smokiness to it. Al Martinez says A. Okay. Shaman says A. You should try El Tesoro Añejo next to them. A, because B it is a little hot on the tongue, but it's not like super hot in the throat. So Rick says A. Okay. I should try El Tesoro Añejo next to them too. Why should I do that? Tony says A. Eric says A, but he's now intrigued by it. B is really interesting with that nutty note to it. It's kind of almost like a peanut butter, which is kind of cool. So I'm definitely going to enjoy finishing that bottle they sent me. Tony says A. All right, so I think we're looking at pretty much A as being our choice here, based on the notes and stuff tasting notes that I gave and what people think. Unless we get an onslaught of voters for B. It is, yeah, it does. It is interesting and definitely different. If we can get A and many others on the market, where B might be more unique. It definitely would be more unique. I tell you what, let's do this. Okay, I've got a Laphroaig barrel from another store that was offered earlier this year. Let's bring that one in the mix and see, because I haven't really been drinking that one that much. But hold on, let's bring that one out. All right, so this one, is that a clean glass? Well, let me finish one of these. I'll put this in another glass here. Hold on. So this is a single barrel that Old Town Tequila offered earlier this year. So let's check this one out and see what the difference is from these. Give us an idea too of what we're looking at. This one is this one's not bad. It's got a nice cinnamon, sweet cinnamon note in the front, like cooked agave. But then it's got this interesting astringency that comes right after it. And then it finishes with the light vanilla and light caramel note on the end of it. It's not nearly as complex as these two barrels that we have now are. And it has an interesting astringency, interesting bitterness note that comes through on it. Yeah, there's a bitterness that kind of lingers through this one that I don't have in either of these. So I think I prefer these two over that one. I'd probably would have picked any of these two over that one if that was an option. I'm staying on El Tesoro Blanco, guys, since it's a Mezcal Monday for a moment. I was wondering if El Tesoro was branching out. No, they're not. It is a Nejo. Yes, it is a Nejo. This is a single barrel selection that we're doing. So we're picking a barrel that that members of the Tequila Barrel and Agave Collective will be able to buy. So we're doing a single barrel selection here, and this is going to be a special limited edition barrel that's only available through my group, the Tequila Barrel and Agave Collective. So this is really good. So I think the Old Town selection's okay. It's not as good as it has a bitterness on it that I don't like as much as I do on these two. So I think let's get both. We could. I mean, but if we'd have to sell out both. That was a better. Okay, no worries. I just think doing a regular Añejo isn't going to do us any good because it's a different barrel. There's not Lafroy stuff. So, I think A is the choice. So I think we're going to pick A. Even though I really do like the nuttiness of B, I think a lot more people are going to enjoy A. It's really easy drinking. It has a really nice strong cooked agave up front, nice fruitiness in the middle, and then it finishes with just a beautiful vanilla and caramel note. Super light, super easy to drink. You can literally sit and drink that all day and not have any problems with your palate or feeling like you're worn out and you have to drink water or anything like that afterwards. Blend A with B and see what the flavor profile becomes. Well, then we're looking at a blended barrel. So we're not doing blended barrels. We're doing single barrels. But we can do that. Why not, right? I'm always open to suggestions. Let's see. Let's put a little bit of B in the glass. A little bit of A in the glass. And what do you got? Why not, right? It's actually not bad. I still think I prefer A alone, though. But I do love that nuttiness that comes through on that on that B. All right, so there you go. Any other questions about doing single barrels or the El Tesoro barrel buy or anything like that? Go ahead and ask away, you guys. I'm here to answer questions for you and to tell you about this. This is for the collective. This is probably our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like our 12th buy. Like around 12 or 13th buy. So I've done quite a few barrel selections over the last couple years with the collective, and so far I've pretty much done a good job of selecting the barrels because everyone seems to really love them. So I'm really looking forward to this. I think we're going to do a good job with selecting barrel A from this offering. And hey, Agave Abidel, welcome, buddy. Glad you can make it. Bienvenido. So I think this is gonna be really good. I think you guys are gonna love it. And those of you guys that are members, you guys get first shot at it, of course. And if you buy it all up, it's gone. We're gonna give special pricing for members. If you're not familiar with how to become a member of the Tequila Barrel and Agave Collective, so you can get your hands on a bottle of this, ensure that you can get your hands on a bottle of this. The link for the Discord's below. You get your membership there. I pretty much ensure that everyone that's a member gets to get some, and then after that we open it up where people can buy more. But the collective members get first shot. So at first, we see how many people we have that are interested, how much they want to get, and then we don't limit it unless we have more interest than what we're going to have available, which I don't think we're going to have that here. I think people will be allowed to buy a case if they want to. I'm going to buy a case for myself to stock up on it. So that will be our selection. And this will be coming through here, I think, early next year, I think was probably what we're looking at time-wise. When it'll be here in the U.S. So it'll be perfect for after the New Year's. How many bottles do you get out of a barrel? Normally, with El Tesoro, since it's 40% alcohol by volume, you normally get right around 40 cases out of a barrel. So 240 bottles is normally what you get from an El Tesoro barrel buy. So there'll be 40 cases. And the last barrel that we got, we did a single barrel repo, and it sold out in 3 days. So it got picked up right away. Some people were buying 2 and 3 cases of it. So it's very, 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 very popular stuff. I think the suggested retail on this is going to be like around $125 a bottle. So this is a little more pricier than the El Tesoro standard repo was, the single barrel repo. But there's only 25 barrels worldwide. And I think there's only 5. No, there's only 2, I think, in California. So we got one of the 2, and then they spread them out throughout the country. But I'm not sure if all 25 are coming to the U.S. or not. That's something, on Friday, Carlos Camarena will be my guest on Friday at 6 p.m. here on the Tequila Hombre channel. Make sure you guys put that on your calendar, reserve that time. You're going to want to watch that. We're going to have him talk about the Lafroy barrel selection, and we're also going to have him talk about the El Tesoro 85th anniversary edition that's coming out. So you're not going to want to miss that. Those of you that are members here on YouTube, it's going to be shut down for comments and questions to the YouTube members. So if you want to be able to ask Carlos a question, I recommend joining and becoming a member of the channel. Anytime we have a guest on, it's the members that are the ones that get to ask the questions and comment and stuff while we have guests like that. And I do have some other guests lined up coming in here in the near future. So it's going to be a really good lineup coming up. Carlos will be here this Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9 Eastern. And so you guys can ask questions and find out more about El Tesoro and the Mundial offering, as well as the El Tesoro 85th anniversary offering, which will be coming up here. I think it's expected to land here in the U.S. in November. So we're definitely working on getting some for Ferment and Still. So it's going to be heavily allocated, in which case, if that's the scenario, members get first shot at it. They always get first shot at anything that's allocated, including the Fortaleza Winter Blend and stuff like that comes out. So everything that's allocated goes directly to the members first, and if they don't buy it all up, then we'll release it to the general public at a higher price. So membership has its privileges. I recommend, if you are interested in getting some of these stuff, become a member, and it helps support the channel. And then in return, we really set you up some really nice, hard to find limited edition tequilas through the collective. If you join the Discord, and then if you just join the YouTube channel, then you'll get occasional allocated tequilas that come in, as well as able to ask questions and stuff during live feed. A lot of people just buy both. They buy a membership for YouTube and a membership for the Discord, and then they're covered either way, which I think is really good. It's only, if you do both, it's $20 a month. I mean, it's nothing. It's like, 3 Starbucks coffees a month. And it helps support the channel, helps support what I do, but also get some really nice limited edition allocated tequilas in your hands that normally would probably be kind of hard for you to do. So far, all the members have been loving the stuff that they've gotten they're going to be able to get. I mean, including like Cerro de Luz, the Ocho Puntas, all kinds of stuff. Even their buys for the collective, and they get lower pricing on that too for being members. So, all right. Any other questions? Any other comments you guys want to know about? Let me know. Don't forget, Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Carlos Camarena will be here live to talk to us about the single barrel that we picked up here, as well as the El Tesoro 85th Anniversary Special Edition that's coming out. And then he'll be here to answer questions for the members. So it's going to be really great. He's super awesome, a good friend of mine. I love every time we've had him on. He's been great, and he's a good friend, and I look forward to sharing with you guys and giving you guys some access to be able to learn from him. So yeah, Agave Bobby Dale says being a member of both has so many benefits to it. He's a member of both, so he's speaking from experience. So yeah. Hey guys, don't forget to give me a like for the information I shared today. And if you're new, welcome to the Tequila Hombre channel. We'd love to have you part of the Tequila Hombre family. So click on that subscribe button there, and make sure you click the notification bell next to it so you get notified every time we go live, including on Friday when Carlos Camarena will be here. And I think that's it. I haven't seen any other more comments or questions come through. So like I always say, life is too short to drink bad tequila. So that's why we're picking El Tesoro for a single barrel buy for the collective. And hopefully those of you that are members, you're going to love this stuff. I swear you will. I know you will. I know you will. Salute. Bye, guys. See you on Friday. Remember, Carlos Camarena, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time here. Bye, guys.